dog. Why are you whining? What? Why are you whining? What's your problem? What's your problem? What is the problem? Tell me what the problem is. Tell me what the problem is. Tell me what the problem is. What's your problem? What's the problem? You've been a weirdo today, you know that? You've been a weirdo all day. What's your matter? Oh, freak. So, since we're goofing around apparently, this morning, I let him out, and, I got a very, in your face kind of thing, almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Statement that my aim sucks. So I'm standing at the patio doors that lead to my deck, which I use to go outside, and, I had 3 tennis balls, and I was standing just inside the door, because I didn't have any, shoes on, and there's still snow on the deck. And I threw the first ball. I'm trying to talk here, okay? I threw the first ball, and it hit the top sill of the door frame, and it bounced back on my head, and then it bounced down the stairs to the first landing, and then it hit the other door there, and then it bounced down to the basement. I was like, oh, that's nice. So then I look, Hooker's looking in, like, are you gonna throw it or what? What are you waiting for, Santa Claus? So I threw the second one, and I paid attention to the height of the door, and that one went flying, and it landed in the snow. Like, he saw me throw it, but he didn't see where it landed. So he thought I was messing with him. I was, in a way. So, and then I threw the third one, because they come in 3 packs. And this time, he caught on, and he looked and I threw it right close to where the first one had landed, so he found both. So there he's trying to get both balls coming back, and he keeps dropping them. So I'm like, well, bring it back, and I'll throw it. He hasn't quite caught on to that yet. So, he brings it back, and it rolled under his stomach, but he didn't see it. So he's looking, freaking out all over it, like left, right, center, in front of him, and he's like, where? And then all of a sudden he sees it between his legs. Oh my gosh, I just about peed myself laughing. It was just, those crazy things that I wish I had my phone, because I would have recorded it. It was, well, maybe not the bonking on the head there, but that was... So he's just, yeah. So all his toys are falling under the deck, and in the spring there's always a lot of water there, so he's gonna have a lot of wet toys. Don't lick my glasses. I know they're dirty, but they don't. Doggy slobber does not clean glasses. So I had bought him these big crinkly balls, and they're wrapped in this really tough rubber, and they were on sale at Canadian Tire for like $10. So I had bought, I think it was 3 of them, because he really liked them, and there's a handle so that he can carry them around. But I had one hidden in my bedroom that he didn't know about, and unfortunately I took it out to take a picture, and I kind of forgot to put it back. So he was at it, and I'm like, and he's looking at me, and he's whining, and he's looking at me, and it's like, okay, fine, here. So of course now it's outside. So there's 2 reds and a blue. So I don't know. I know one of the reds is under the the deck. The blue's in the yard somewhere. There's a slipper out there. There's socks out there. Other undergarments I'm not going to mention because he likes to steal my stuff, bring them outside. And it's melting nicely. It's beautiful today. It's just really, really beautiful today. But we're expecting, there's a warning for a lot of rain. So I'm the type, my mother taught me many years ago, and it was the hardest lesson I ever had to learn, because I've always been a big child, the fat kid, as much as I hate using the word. Or fat means, fantastic and talented. Haha. I paint, so some people came up with that one. But I was always, until the age of 12, I was always really, really angry about everything, and just really angry at life in general. And my mom, bless her soul, she helped me learn to change that behavior and learn to laugh at myself. So now when I hurt myself, for the most part, or I fall, I will laugh. Like the time I was trying to push in my bed back against the wall, and I was wearing wool socks. I have hardwood floors. I pushed, and my feet went out from under me backwards, and I landed literally face flat on the bed. And then I bounced back like on my knees. I landed on my knees, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" So, it's you have to learn. It was that was probably learning. Would you stop, you chicken nugget? Stop it. So, learning to laugh at myself was probably one of the hardest lessons I ever conquered. Because I was teased, I was bullied, I was beaten up in school. And usually about my weight, or my attitude or whatever. Mostly about my weight. And it was, I always took it personally, there's a family member that would make fun of my teeth because they were yellow. And I found out just a couple years ago that it's part of the genetics, and the water that we had when I was growing up. And unfortunately, I'm not candidate for teeth whitening. And because this person made so much fun of me, it's still with me. I'm still very self-conscious about that. But I've learned to laugh about other aspects of myself that, it's taken years, but it's probably the best lesson. And I don't know why I'm rambling about this. It's probably one of the best lessons one can learn is to laugh instead of getting angry. Because it's much more entertaining when you can laugh at yourself rather than get mad. He's gonna lick the skin off my fingers. You big. So, my mom and I would go out together, and I was her chauffeur and her grocery picker-upper, and because she wasn't well, and I would get off work at 7 a.m, go pick her up, take her to the doctor's for her appointment, and then breakfast, and then we go grocery shopping. And anyone who's ever been shopping with me can vouch that I will do crazy crap when we go shopping. So one day we're out shopping, and I go in the produce department, and I grab these big mushrooms and I stick them between my eyes and my glasses. And I turn around and I hug my mom, Mom! And the little lady that was there froze. And then I hear my mom laughing from way behind me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I take off the mushrooms, and there's this tiny little lady. She's terrified, and I'm like, oh my god, I am so sorry, ma'am. I thought you were my mother. And my mother is holding on to the potato bin, trying not to piss herself laughing. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. so, so my mom and I continued on our way. So, and then like I do stuff like that. Well, maybe not hugging strangers, but we do crazy stunts, you know, like we go and she'd be looking at something in the cart on the on the you know, on the shelves, and she'd turn around and it'd be all these plants in the cart. And she'd turn around and I was gone. And this was especially true if one of my siblings came with me. We were really bad then. So she'd put all the plants back, and then we'd mosey on to somewhere else, and she'd look at something on the shelf, and she'd turn around, and the cart would be filled with bread, or, you know, all just to and she'd laugh. Like, it was just, you know, once she turned around, there was this big ass Easter bunny in her cart. She's like, you, and then she'd go. So one day we're going to this store, and the parking lot was really crappy, and she's walking a few feet in front of me to my right, and all of a sudden, slow motion, I see her crumple to the ground, and I'm like, and I start laughing and laugh and laugh, and I'm asking her, are you okay? And she's laughing, and she's saying yes, and I'm laughing. I'm standing in the middle of the row, and I'm laughing, and I cannot stop. This big burly guy comes out. Why are you laughing? Why aren't you helping her? And he literally just picks her up like a little rag doll and puts her in his. Are you okay, ma'am? She's like, yes. Don't give her heck. If it was her, I'd be doing the same thing. So, and she would too. She was she would laugh. She was she taught me she taught me laughter, I think. You know, watching videos of, you know, when people, they have mishaps happening to them, or America's Funniest Home Videos, or if any of you are young enough to remember that, old enough to remember that, or animals that do crazy stuff. You know, she'd be like, I hope they're okay. But she'd still laugh, like, you know, and I feel the same way. Like, I'll laugh at these videos, and sometimes it's just, especially the animal ones, because it's just freaking nuts, man. So I try and share as much of those on my Facebook as I can. So it's just, my partner in crime is gone now, so I'm still rambling. But it's I miss her, so it's yeah. So that's my funny stories for today, and she taught me to there's kids outside. There's no kids on my street. She taught me to not hold in your crazy, as long as you're not hurting anyone, right? And a lot of times I followed her teaching and it ended up making people laugh, and that's my goal. Is if I can make one person a day smile, then my goal, I got my goal. May not be a big of a goal, but you know, just make people smile. And it's just, there's so many other crazy memories I could share, and just some of them are just really really crazy, really crazy. And you know, the gift of laughter, whether you give it to someone or you give them a chance to laugh, or you laugh with them, yeah, it's probably one of the best gifts you can give. especially if you've got a knack for it, I guess. So I'm going to challenge those of you who watch this to have a little laughing fest and share that gift of laughter with people. There's a lot of dark uncertainty right now, and you hear 5 different stories of what's going on for the same coin kind of thing, so you're not sure which one to believe. And I know I have my faith that is holding me strong, and the Lord's got my back. And this is not a video for me to shove my religion or my faith down your throat. I'm just stating that's my position. But I challenge all of you to share the gift of laughter and do a random act of kindness. And sometimes it's just even waving or smiling at someone, or checking in with your elderly neighbors, or even your younger neighbors. Like my elderly neighbor checked on me yesterday, because I'm a hermit. I'm an introverted introvert. Like that's just the way I am. Like, this quarantine is usually the way I live my life. So for me, it's like, this is great. It's like everybody's gonna live the same. They're gonna know how it is, But just share a little bit of love and laughter, and we'll make it through this. And hopefully there will be more crazy crap I can share on this channel, and hopefully it will make you laugh. He's gone outside to see if the kid is still around, but they left in the car, so he's going to be all disappointed. So with that, I wish you a very good night and a good weekend. If I don't come back on until then, I'm going to try and keep my phone on me more often, so that I can video the hugger as he goes crazy, because he's always asking to go outside, and it's driving me crazy, and a bit because it's like, and I don't have a doggy door, so I just leave the back door open. I'm like, okay, the mosquitoes are gonna start soon. Even if there's snow, there's flies on the snow. Like, I live in a weird place, but that's okay. So you guys all have a good week, or end of week, and I'm gonna go for a nap, because when I get giggly like this, I need a little nap. So I see you guys later.